Currently, men in the UK aged 20 to 49 are more likely to die from suicide than any other cause of death. The statistics are alarming, yet why do I feel that nobody wants to talk about this? Approximately 1 in 4 people in the UK suffer with a mental health problem. These problems, to name a few, include OCD, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, depression and anxiety. There seems to be this giant stigma towards those with mental health problems. I'm here today in hope that I can break down some barriers and inspire others that suffer in silence to speak up.
Depression. It's hard to explain. Each individual will have their own description of what depression truly feels like. But for me, it's like my mind is just surrounded by this mist. You have this numbness, this huge feeling of despair. You feel completely worthless, like there's no point, there's no answer to any of your problems. You can't imagine a future, and you feel so small in this world, so useless. For me, it can trigger at any moment. I can go to bed with the whole world in my hands and wake up feeling like I have nothing. It can last anything from a day to a month, although it can affect people for much longer periods of time. Sometimes I'll spend my whole day just in bed, not being able to sleep, not being able to switch my mind off, feeling so empty. I first experienced depression when I was in school. I used to get bullied just because of the colour of my hair. People used to hit me purely because I couldn't hit them back. They used to throw bricks through my windows, slashed my mum's tyres. Going into adulthood, I found it really hard to cope with depression. I tried smoking weed to help, but slowly and surely I started smoking more and more. Until one day I had an anxiety attack. I've since stopped smoking weed, but it feels like it's almost scarred my brain. Now I'm left with not only depression but an anxiety disorder. I struggle mainly when I'm in a confined space or I'm at work. Sometimes I have to go away for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, just to calm myself down. And that's really hard because I feel like my colleagues are looking at me thinking I'm lazy, I'm not doing any work, and that just makes the anxiety worse. I don't even know why I have these attacks. They just happen. I feel like, oh, I'm in this situation, so I'm gonna have one. Sooner or later I do. It's a vicious cycle. It's really important not to judge someone with depression. I know a lot of people think, oh, they're just doing it for attention, or they're just being dramatic, but until you've experienced it firsthand, you'll never really know just how sensitive they're feeling, just how isolated and lonely they can feel. I've had really bad days. Even though I've been surrounded by lots of people, I've still felt totally alone. At my lowest point, I just felt so numb, so worthless. Well, there's no point me even being here. Although I've got friends, family, good career, I've got everything going for me, but still just felt nothing. And I almost felt like I was doing everybody a favour if I was to just go, just to disappear. That's what was going through my head. And that day, I decided that was it. I was going to kill myself. I was ready for it. But yeah, I suppose I just walked along the beach, got to the water and just thought, I'll just keep walking, just literally keep walking. See what happens. I don't know why, just this little thought inside just kind of said, just turn back, just not this time. Almost made a deal with myself and thought, just go back home, just sleep it off, just wait. Just give it one more go, and if it doesn't work out, then just go back and do it. But just give it one more shot. And I'm so glad I did, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be here today speaking. I wouldn't be seeing my son. And I'm so glad I turned around, and I'm so glad that I picked up that phone. I finally sought help. It took me a while, but I eventually went to the doctors, and I realised that there were professionals there that could actually help me. I went through some counselling, and now I don't feel so bad. And I've realised it's the little things, like seeing my son smile, the fact that I've got a roof over my head, a good job, great girlfriend and some really good friends. And now I don't feel so alone, and you don't have to either. Even a few of my friends have come forward and told me that they suffer with the illness too. So even if you feel like you've got no friends, no one to speak to, and you just generally feel all alone, like you've hit rock bottom, there are charities about. Just look them up online and give them a call. They'll speak to you and they'll help you get through it. Remember that you are loved, you do have a purpose, and I am here for you. Stop, seek, speak. Stop what you're doing, seek some help, and speak to somebody to get it off your chest.